Can you please state your name for the record and proceed with your testimony?
Okay, my name is Marjorie Chance, and good morning, Chairwoman Gauthier, Vice Chair Jones, and members of the Committee on Housing, Neighborhood Development, and the Homeless. My name is Marge Chance, and I'm an AARP volunteer. I'm here to testify in support of Resolution 210695. Philadelphia has long recognized the importance of thriving as an age-friendly, livable city for all. As noted in AARP's 2020 Livable Communities Action Plan, Philadelphia, an age-friendly, livable city for all, the commitment to make their great city an even better place for nearly 280,000 residents who are over 60 years old. And with this number represents 19% of the total population and is both admirable and achievable. I sincerely thank the committee and its members in particular for the effort to continually work together with AARP to make Philadelphia a good place for growing up and growing older. I also thank the sponsor, Councilwoman Gilmore Richardson, for the introduction of Resolution 210695, as Philadelphia has long crippled with this issue of tangled titles for homes. According to an August 2021 Pew Charitable Trust study that examined tangled cities in Philadelphia, tangled titles can and usually have serious ramifications for residents and neighborhoods, sometimes causing people to lose their primary residence or unable to make significant repairs. As such, these titles issues deprive individuals and families of the benefits of owning a home. The title issues have also a negative impact on community stability. Homes with tangled titles are more likely to fall into despair and become abandoned, causing blight and displacement and reducing the stock of affordable housing. Philadelphia has at least 10,000 tangled titles, affecting 2% of the city's 500,000 plus residential properties. The incidence of tangled title is highest in parts of North Philadelphia, Upper North, West and Southwest Philadelphia areas that account for only about a third of all residential properties, but more than half of the city's legal tangled titles. Although no demographic data on affected households is available to the neighborhoods, most affected needs to be those with relatively low housing values, low income, and high property rates. Resolving a tangled title issue, which usually requires an attorney, can be time-consuming, tedious, and expensive. Without subsidized legal counsel, fee waivers, or other public assistance, the cost of remedying the tangled titles can be significant, about $9,000 or more for a home value at the median of $88,800. AARP's 2020 Livable Communities Action Plan further emphasizes the need to provide legal services to resolve tangled issues that threaten the ownership rights of individuals who inherit a property from a family member who left no will. Finding solutions to this complex issue will not be done in one hearing or by one committee. It will take the combined efforts of all Philadelphians to bring about meaningful changes to this issue. AARP is ready and willing to work with council and other stakeholders to resolve the detrimental effect of tangled titles and make sure that owners can exercise their property rights and not lose their generational equality acquired over time. Thank you for your time and for your commitment to Philadelphia aging population. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Chance, for your testimony and for your work. Is Andrea Custis there and connected?
Good afternoon, Chairwoman Gauthier, Vice Chair Jones, and members of the Committee on Housing, Neighborhood Development, and Homeless. My name is Andrea Custis, and I am the President and CEO of the Urban League of Philadelphia, and I am testifying today pursuant to Resolution 210695 695, introduced by Councilmember Gilmore Richardson. As we strive to create a more equitable society, we Philadelphians must set an example to other cities nationwide that non-discriminatory practices are not only possible, but incredibly necessary. As I've stated before, many things about how we move through the world have changed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. What has not changed is the need for housing to keep Philadelphians safe and healthy. The issue of tangled titles is not foreign to many Philadelphians. According to the August 2021 Pew Charitable Trust Report on the issues of tangled titles, it was reported that more than 10,400 properties in Philadelphia have unclear ownership. That same report also found that the tangled title epidemic in Philadelphia has significant barriers to community stability because homes with tangled titles are prone to falling into disrepair and even becoming abandoned, causing plight and displacement and reducing the inventory of affordable housing. What's more troubling is that this tangled title epidemic was designed to keep poor families poor, specifically having a disproportionate burden on our Black communities. I have had an opportunity with our director, Abraham Pardo, who is Latino, I'm African American, and the individuals that we have served in doing workshops is over 250. About 85% look like me, and the other 15% look like my brown director. That has a disparate impact on people of color. An individual's home can be his or her most valuable asset. Many of us and our families begin to build wealth through home ownership. And real estate is one of the main vehicles for preserving intergenerational wealth. It is a fact that homes with title issues are at risk for mortgage disclosure, real estate tax delinquency, and property theft. This means that families are at risk of losing wealth they have built for generations. I've had an opportunity, I think the Register of the Will, Gordon just came back on. I've had an opportunity to have several meetings with her, with our folks, as well as doing these separate tangled title workshops. And they all have been extremely helpful. And I don't recall who it was that, I think it was Michael, who talked about preventive measures. And so last year we saw 2,750 people in our housing department. And I had committed to the registrar that we would absolutely pull the coattails, educate and coach future homeowners to have their life in order so that we can prevent this. And we absolutely have done that with the 2,750 people who attended. There is no one solution to the issue of tangled titles. However, implementing policies and programs that remove unnecessary barriers to housing is just one of many steps we must take to reverse the historical effects of institutional racism, empower the people of Philadelphia, and strengthen our city as a whole. When our people are empowered, our city is empowered. Government and other organizations must take steps and invest in programs to help low-income households prevent and resolve tangled titles. This includes, but is not limited to, greater investments in 1, educational programs that ensure homeowners know what a tangled title is, how probate works, and why a will is important. And we cover that, as I said, with all of our clients. 2, fee deferrals and waivers to make clearing a tangle less costly. It is costly, and we have to be able to take that cost away from our residents. 3, free legal assistance for those without the means to pay. The Urban League of Philadelphia is ready and willing to continue our work with council and with other stakeholders to resolve the detrimental effects of tangled titles. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you so much, Ms. Custis, for your testimony and for all of your great work.